Good morning, students. Welcome to your EVS class. Today is reading session of the chapter 2 organ system that help us move. So let us begin. What you have to do? You have to hear the words what I am pronouncing. Okay. So let us begin. When you walk, run, talk, smile and so on, parts of our body move. Have you wondered what makes them move? Three organ system help in movement. These are the skeletal, muscular and nervous system. The skeletal system. The bones in our body help us move. There are 206 bones in all inside an adult's body. Together they form the skeleton or the skeletal system. The skeletal system has three main jobs. It is the frame around which our whole body is built. It gives shape and support to our body. Second, it protects the soft organs inside our body. Third, it helps us move. Maybe you think that bones are hard, lifeless things. They are not. They grow. That is how we grow in height. When someone breaks a bone, the doctor puts the broken parts together and puts a plaster over the area. The two parts of the bone then grow and join up, making the bone whole again. Bones need food and oxygen. These are carried to them by blood vessels running through them. The skull. The bones of the head and face make up the skull. They are the hardest part of all the bones. Archaeologists have found the skulls of people who died thousands of years ago. All their other bones had decayed, but the skulls had remained whole. The skull has 21 bones in all. Some form a case for the brain, some give shape to the face. Of all the bones of the skull, only in the lower jaw can move. It helps us eat and speak. The spine. The spine or backbone is joined to the skull. It has number of small bones joined together in such a way that it works like a spring. That is how the brain does not get jerked around when we run, jump and so on. The bones of the spine are called vertebrae. Singular vertebra. The vertebrae help us bend our body backward and forward and from side to side. The rib cage. 12 pairs of strong but flexible ribs make up the rib cage. The first 10 pairs are joined to the spine and the breastbone. The last two pairs are attached only to the spine. The rib cage protects the heart and the lungs. The bones of the arm. The upper arm has just one long bone. One end of it fits into the shoulder bone. The other end is joined to the two bones of the forearm at the elbow. The shoulder bone is attached to the breastbone by the collarbone. There are many small bones in the wrist. Some are joined to the bones of the forearm. The others are joined to the bones of the palm. The bones of the palm are also joined to the small bones of the fingers. Bend each finger all its joint. How many bones do the fingers and thumb of each hand have? Your answer should be 14. The toes of each foot also have 14 bones. Imagine how difficult it would be to write if your fingers did not bend at the joints. Also, imagine how it would be if your fingers and thumbs did not move in opposite directions. You should, sorry, you would not be able to hold anything. The bones of the leg. There is one long bone in the thigh. It is the longest of all the bones. One end of the bone fits into the hip bone. The other end is joined to the bones of the leg at the knee. The two bones of the leg are joined to the bones of the ankle. The ankle bones are also joined to the bones of the foot. The bones of the foot are joined to the bones of the toes. The joints. A joint is where two or more bones come together. It is the joint which actually help us move. If the arm had one long bone without a joint at the elbow, we would not be able to bend it. If the leg did not have joints, we would not be able to walk or run. Move your arm in a circle about your shoulder. Can you move your forearm similarly about your elbow? You will notice that you can only move your forearm back and forth about your elbow. We have many difficult kinds of joints. Some let us move freely than the others. Ball and socket joints let us move most freely. In this type of joint, the end of one bone is shaped like a ball. This fits into a ball-like socket in the other bone. The bone that fits into the socket can move in many directions. The joint of the upper arm and the shoulder and the joint of the thigh and hip are of this type. The joints at the knee, ankle and elbow are hinge joints. They work like a pocket knife or the hinge of a door. They allow the part of the body they join to move back and the forth only. The joints of the toes and fingers are also hinge joints.